Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Erik Voss, and Order 66 was Star Wars' most crucial turning point. Originally just a tragic gut punch in Revenge of the Sith that recent Star Wars stories keep revisiting and revealing even deeper layers of heartbreak to. The Mandalorian this past season revealed Grogu's mysterious escape from that purge. Clone Wars' final season revealed Ahsoka Tano's arc during these events. Jedi Fallen Order showed us young Cal Kestis' escape. And as we tried to fit Grogu into that timeline and figure out which mystery person could have possibly rescued him, we now have way more of the pieces of the puzzle to plug in. So I am going to lay out the complete Order 66 timeline from Revenge of the Sith, Clone Wars, Jedi Fallen Order, and now The Mandalorian, because it is pretty fascinating to look at how all these events line up. So Order 66 goes down in the year 19 BBY, but it was a plot decades in the making. So first, a bit of background. Back in 40 BBY, Jedi Master Sifo Dyas gets expelled from the Jedi Order for foreseeing the Galactic Civil War and wanting to raise a grand army of the Republic, and after he leaves in secret, he commissions a clone army with the cloners of Kamino, and in the brain of each clone, those cloners implant a chip. This is what Palpatine will later use to activate them for Order 66. 8 years later, 32 BBY, Palpatine makes his move, playing the Trade Federation as Darth Sidious and the Republic as Senator Palpatine of Naboo, using that crisis to replace Chancellor Valorum now as Chancellor Palpatine.
A surprise, to be sure.
10 years after that, 22 BBY, the Clone Wars begin. Between the Republic and the Separatists, Palpatine deploys the Clone Trooper army, pairing each unit with a Jedi commander. This is all while Palpatine begins his corruption, specifically of Anakin Skywalker. He prods his passions over his mother and Padme. Shmi ends up dying, Anakin and Padme are secretly wed, and then throughout the Clone Wars, Anakin also forms a friendship with Ahsoka Tano, who ends up getting a pretty insulting exit from the Jedi Order, which further makes Anakin question the Order's leadership. And in Clone Wars Season 6, Fives discovers the secret chip in every clone, and then before he dies, he tells Rex about it, planting a seed of doubt in Rex's mind that will later become very important. And that brings us to the year 19 BBY, right before Revenge of the Sith. Clone Wars Season 7 shows a meeting with the Jedi Council, Yoda, Mace Windu, Plo Koon, Aayla Secura, Ki-Adi-Mundi, and Deepa Billaba and her Padawan Caleb Doom, aka future Kanan Jarrus of Rebels. This is the moment the most powerful Jedi on the Council basically spread out to the Outer Rim worlds that they end up on during Order 66, which was really a plot by Palpatine via Dooku via Grievous to keep as many of the Jedi away from the Jedi Temple on Coruscant when that would go down. On Urbana, Obi-Wan saves the life of Commander Cody, the clone trooper who days from now will turn on him. Ahsoka reunites with Anakin and Obi-Wan, asking for their support to help Bo-Katan retake Mandalore from Maul. This decision comes right as Grievous kidnaps Chancellor Palpatine, which is described in the Revenge of the Sith opening crawl. We see them learning about this on Clone Wars though. Obi-Wan mentions,
"What about the Chancellor?"
Shaak Ti has been sent to protect him.
But we know from a Revenge of the Sith deleted scene that she really ain't. So they decide to divide the 501st Clone Trooper Battalion, with Commander Rex leading the new 332nd with their helmets painted to honor Ahsoka to help Bo-Katan liberate Mandalore. Meanwhile, Anakin leads the remainder of the 501st in the Battle of Coruscant that we see in the Revenge of the Sith opening scene. So Anakin, while rescuing Palpatine in that Battle of Coruscant, follows Palpatine's casual order to freaking execute Dooku with no trial.
Do it.
And then after that Battle of Coruscant, the Jedi Council still refuses to make Anakin a master. He gets pissed, so he goes over their heads to Palpatine, who makes him his personal envoy to the Council, pissing off Mace Windu, who says, "Oh yeah, well, you're gonna have to spy on Palpatine for us." Obi-Wan and Anakin share a warm goodbye as Obi-Wan heads off to Utapau, and that is where Obi-Wan catches up with Ahsoka in Clone Wars, telling her that Anakin killed Dooku. So now, in order to learn how Sidious is playing both sides of this war, Ahsoka needs details from Maul. Mandalore puppet ruler Almec warns them that Maul had a vision about someone by the name of Skywalker. Right as he dies. Maul, during their confrontation, tells Ahsoka that Anakin is a bad boy, and then Ahsoka fights Maul. It is awesome, and Maul, upon his capture, screams,
"You're all going to burn! We're all going to die!"
But before I continue, thank you to Drop for sponsoring this video. Drop is a free rewards app available for Android and iOS that lets you earn points when you shop, play games, or take surveys and then redeem those points for rewards. Download the app and create an account, link a credit card or a debit card to the app to maximize your point earnings on exclusive offers and receive personalized recommendations. Shop through the app at over 300 brands like Home Depot, Walmart Grocery, or Nike. I really like the DoorDash deal that they have. I use DoorDash a lot, and when I connect through Drop, I earn points that I can redeem for rewards, like this $10 Amazon gift card. Like when I spend money, I get essentially money back. It really is just as simple as tap, shop, earn, and redeem. Double dip on savings and be confident you're getting the best deals by using Drop whenever you shop. You can splurge without that sinking feeling. Get a little something back every time you shop. Points add up quickly so you can redeem for free gift cards to your favorite brands like Starbucks and Amazon and treat yourself guilt-free. No coupon clipping or receipt scanning. Earn rewards seamlessly. Use the link in the description to download Drop from the App Store or Google Play and use the code new Rockstars. And when you do, they'll give you $10 of rewards once you earn your first 1,000 points by completing offers on the app. And then the timelines converge in a real clever way in episode 11 of Clone Wars, which dovetails a scene in Revenge of the Sith. Mace Windu, Yoda, Ki-Adi-Mundi, and Anakin learn from Commander Cody that Obi-Wan Kenobi has found Grievous on Utapau.
Hello there.
And then Mace Windu tells Anakin to tell this to Palpatine, and Anakin leaves. But then, in this exact moment, over on Clone Wars, Ahsoka and Rex join the chat.
I sense a plot to destroy the Jedi. The Jedi Council would have to take control of the Senate in order to secure a peaceful transition.
To a dark place this line of thought will carry us. Great care we must take.
I understand your mission was a success.
I did my duty as a citizen.
Not as a Jedi.
No. Not yet.
Mace Windu goes on to mention their suspicions of the Chancellor. Ahsoka's like, huh, what? And then he's like, it's none of your business, citizen. And then he leaves, and Ahsoka asks Yoda about Anakin, but she does not share her worries about what Maul told her about Anakin's dark path. A fateful choice. And as Ahsoka and Rex leave Mandalore with Maul in tow, saying goodbye to Bo-Katan for now, lots goes down over in Revenge of the Sith. Palpatine reveals to Anakin that he is a Sith Lord. Anakin tattles to Mace Windu. Mace Windu goes on to arrest Palpatine with Agen Kolar, Saesee Tiin, and Kit Fisto, the Sidit Wrexham. And then Anakin stops Mace Windu, slicing off his arm. Palpatine uses his unlimited power to zap Windu out the window and pronounces Anakin Darth Vader. As this happens, Ahsoka and Maul actually hear all of this go down. It's also sensed by Yoda over on Kashyyyk. And then minutes after this, Vader goes straight to the Jedi Temple, marches in with the 501st, and as he is doing that, Palpatine issues to all clone troopers,
Are you okay?
activating their brain chips to betray their Jedi commanders that they have served for years. And what I love about this is these orders must have all gone out roughly the same time, because Palpatine would not have wanted any delay between them, so all the Jedi would have been caught off guard, synchronized, though Cody and Rex clearly got unique, specific to them calls, so hilariously, Palpatine must have been doing a lot of these one at a time, but as fast as he could. Commander Cody, execute Order 66. Commander Rex, execute Order 66. Commander Cody, oh damn it, I already called you. So, Order 66 goes out, and in Godfatherian rapid succession, Commander Cody fires on Obi-Wan on Utapau, Ki-Adi-Mundi's unit fires on him on Megiddo, Plo Koon gets shot down on Cato Neimoidia, Stas Ali gets her speeder bike shot down on Selu Kami, Youch, Ayla Secura gets gunned down on Felucia, by Felucia, and we learn in the Kanan graphic novel that Deepa Billaba also dies by helping Caleb Doom escape. Now, Jedi Fallen Order actually shows a flashback of this moment from the point of view of Cal Kestis when Jaro Tapal sends that order on the ship over Braca with just enough time to take out the clone commander and help Cal escape. We also know that Seer Junda was with Jedi Padawan Trilla Suduri and an unnamed Rhodian Jedi youngling. Yoda also senses this order with seconds to spare on Kashyyyk and quickly decapitates the clone troopers, probably confusing the shit out of those Wookiees. Rex also gets that order, but thanks to his earlier interaction with Fives, he is able to resist his chip just barely to allow Ahsoka to escape, and Ahsoka goes to free Maul to help distract the clone troopers, and then she researches Fives' investigation on a few astromechs to be able to locate and disable Rex's chip. Meanwhile, back at the Jedi Temple, Anakin goes crazy. Later security footage shows him carving up all those Christmas turkeys. Every freaking Jedi he can. That includes this knee-slapping moment.
Master Skywalker, what are we going to do?
We also know from a graphic novel that Jedi Archives librarian Jocasta Nu was among Vader's victims. As he worked his way through the temple, eventually he got to her. She sassed him that only the Jedi Council can tell her to light the temple beacon. She ignites her saber ready to fight, but he force pulls her into his lightsaber. Now, at some point during this massacre, little Grogu was hiding somewhere in the temple.
At the end of the Clone Wars, when the Empire rose to power, he was hidden. Someone took him from the temple.
And Ahsoka tells us that Grogu had many masters during his training in the temple, so presumably at least a few people knew about his existence, though probably not Anakin, right? Because Mace Windu never officially made him a Jedi Master, maybe partially to keep him from knowing about Grogu. Now back to the timeline, Bail Organa arrives, but the 501st confronts him. He is saved by the young Jedi Zet Jukasa, George Lucas's son, Jet Lucas, and the rest of Revenge of the Sith plays out as we remember. Anakin kills the Separatist leaders on Mustafar. Obi-Wan and Yoda clear out the Jedi Temple and survey the damage, realize Anakin did it. Palpatine proclaims himself Emperor to thunderous applause. Anakin and Obi-Wan duel on Mustafar. Obi-Wan is the high ground. Anakin burns just as Maul called it. Padme gives birth to Luke and Leia and dies. And Anakin gets the Vader suit and... Now, concurrently with all of this, Clone Wars concludes with a beautiful dialogue-free sequence of Ahsoka and Rex fleeing the clone troopers, Ahsoka deciding to let Maul escape, and their dramatic descent to the planet's surface where they end up burying their once loyal 332nd. Sometime after this, Vader will come across this grave, ignite the blue blade, and remember his old Padawan. Now, this all brings us to the mystery of, in those crucial minutes at the Jedi Temple, who saved Grogu? Now, it had to have been someone in the temple right as Vader arrived with the 501st because there really wasn't any warning time. So it could have just been Vader or Palpatine, but I doubt that. If Grogu got into either of their hands, they would not have let him go so that Moff Gideon would be trying to reacquire him 5 years after the Battle of Endor. Seer Junda is also an interesting option. She did tell Cal about her escape from the Purge.
Clone troops turned against us. My Padawan and I took several younglings and we went into hiding, but we didn't last long. Imperial Patrol was about to discover our location, so I tried to lure them away from my Padawan Trilla. She stayed behind with the younglings.
And one of those Padawans that she escaped with and later lost when she was captured could have been the child Grogu. In the flashback that we see of Seer from Trilla's perspective, it's kind of hard to tell where they are. It does look like the ruins of a Jedi Temple, but maybe not the one on Coruscant. Either way, based on Ahsoka's description, it sounds like the knowledge of Grogu's existence was limited to Jedi Masters, so like current or former members of the Jedi High Council. That could mean Obi-Wan or Yoda, who did visit the Jedi Temple and might have known about like a safe room somewhere in that temple where Grogu could have been kept, and they could have been like, oh yeah, shit, him, let's see if he's still alive, and then run over to check after we cut away from them in Revenge of the Sith. Maybe a memory we could revisit in the new Obi-Wan Kenobi series in the works. Another theory is that librarian Jocasta Nu, who does have the rank of Master and might have been trusted with the secret of Grogu, though as we saw in the graphic novel, she really did not have that much time before her deadly encounter with Vader. Some have suggested former Jedi Council member Yaddle, though most believe she was already dead or at least not near the temple during this time. It's not really clear what the canon is going to end up being with Yaddle, but I know a lot of you are yelling at me in the comments, she's already dead, asshole. I'm just saying canon gets rewritten all the time, folks. The last option that I find very interesting is Jedi Master Mace Windu, whose arm was severed and he was zapped out the Chancellor Chambers on Coruscant, though we never saw where his body landed. And as someone with knowledge of Palpatine and Anakin's coming attack, it is possible he could have crawled his way back to the Jedi Temple with just enough time to secure Grogu. We go more into these options in a recent episode of Big Question. Go check it out and comment down below with which Jedi you think rescued Grogu from Order 66. You can support New Rockstars by checking out all the great options on our official merch store. I'm wearing our Mandalorian This Is a Way shirt, but we got lots of other great designs. NewRockstarsMerch.com. Subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell, follow me on Instagram at EA Voss, follow New Rockstars. Thank you for watching. I have spoken.